Okay, so now I'm going to show you a simple Vagrant file, which will actually be starting a virtual machine, actually initiating a virtual machine and installing Ubuntu 16.04 onto it. And it will be called a virtual box here. Okay, and it will be a GUI based. What it means is that you'll be able to see the GUI as well, and then the memory I'm going to give it is 2048. Okay, this is a RAM size, random access memory. Okay, another way, as I told you before, is to actually install Ubuntu manually onto it. Okay, from here, and you can select any machine. From machine folder you can select anything that you download. For example, you just need to download Ubuntu from Google, and then select that image from here, and then it will do it manually. Okay, and then you can select 20448 here, and it will do exact same thing. Okay, so let's not do it manually, and we are going to do it with Vagrant. So I have just updated this file, same folder as I showed earlier. Here, basic demo, and this is a file I'm going to open in any editor I like. I'm just going to open in Notepad plus plus here, and that's the only file that I have. Okay, Bento is one of the versions of Ubuntu. Okay, so this is just for demo purpose. You can select anything. There are many things available, so we can actually search on Google as well. What is Bento? uh, what is Bento? So let's just search quickly what is bento, and that will give us a good understanding of what it means by bento and different images of uh, different images of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a Linux operating system. So when we type bento Ubuntu, you can see Vagrant up is giving this here, and the latest version is 20.04 as well. But we're just gonna stick to 16.04 for this experiment. Okay, and the GUI, it means that we are going to see the GUI of Linux operating system as well. So let's just quickly start it. So we're going to go in this folder, okay, and we'll do right click, do git bash here, okay, and I'm just going to zoom it in so you can see the command. Here we can just do vagrant up. That's the command to start, to tell the Vagrant, okay, use this particular file and run all the commands that I have told you. Okay, so it's gonna step by step, it's gonna run the commands that we have it here. Okay, so you can see one new folder was created. Now it's trying to bringing up the machine. Okay, and it's saying it could not be found, attempting to install it. So basically it meant that it's not available on your local machine. So now it's trying to find it on the cloud, on the internet. You can see it's downloading from here. Okay, and after that, now once it's downloaded, it's going to start successfully added box, importing base box. Base just means Ubuntu base. Okay, and it's starting now. Just maybe a few more minutes. Um, so by the time it's actually doing all the steps automatically, I can just show you one quick thing about networking. Okay, so what happens in the networking is I'm just going to open any other example. I'll just say Vagrant Hello World example. Yeah, or I will say just Hello World Vagrant file. So what I want to show you is that some more commands. Let's see this one. What is it doing? No, this is very simple as well. It doesn't show anything else. So yeah, probably this one will be good one just to show you. So you see, this is another version of Ubuntu they are trying to install. Okay, you see this one here. This one is doing trusty. This is another version of it, and you can just see they're doing exact same thing what we are doing. Okay, but here they have network as well. What it means is that, you see, as I told you, this is actually going to be a virtual machine inside your PC, so it must have some IP address as well. okay, because it must have some network as well. So if you don't want to if you don't want to spend, if you don't want to tell it any IP address, it's going to put it some, it's going to do it some, it's going to put some IP address on its own by default. But we can select as well, we can just tell it, okay, I always want this particular machine to have this IP address. Okay, now let's go back. In a meanwhile, we can go back to the Vagrant, and you can see that it is being up. Okay, you can just see the guest machine while waiting for to boot, unknown state, private SSH key. Let's see if it was done already. So we can go back to the virtual machine here, and we can see it's actually running. Okay, so let's start it. We will just double click onto it, and we can see here that the machine is running. It's very small here, but we can just see. So you see, Vagrant always puts some login and password. The password is always Vagrant as well. So I just typed Vagrant here. It's not responding. Just 1 second. Okay, so you can just see that it's going forward now, and it has installed. I will just press yes here. Just pretty slow right now. One problem you will face is that once you click into this virtual machine's GUI, what happens is that it doesn't give you back the mouse. Basically, you cannot use the mouse on your own machine. So what you can do is that you can just press Control Alt Delete and then press Escape. So you will come out of it. Okay. So now you can see it's actually loading, and the main thing to do is that it's actually having the Ubuntu is now running on this machine. Okay, so this was the main thing that we wanted to achieve. All right, and we have it working here. And what we can do now is we can just close it. Another way what to do is that just to see it faster, because the GUI can take some time. You can just see it's loading here. I can just press Control C here just to stop this process of installation. And then just to show you basically that we have actually initiated our own machine with just few commands, okay, without downloading anything manually, without running anything manually. Okay, so Control Alt Delete again, and then we can just see, now you can see we have, actually we have a Linux machine running now. Okay, we can run any command. You might know some Linux commands. For example, we can just put ls to show all the, to show all the directories here in the in the current project. We don't have anything here. We can just do pwd. Pwd will mean that it will show us the current location. Okay, you see current location is home Vagrant. Okay, so now for example, if you want to install something, like for example we have in the example here that was given to me, uh, there is some commands here. Okay, for example this command. So this command we can run manually because we did not do it automatically. So we're going to do this manually. Apt get update first. Okay, so we will just write down here apt get update. Okay, and it's going to start to update now. Apt get update. I think there's something wrong. What I'm going to do is that instead of using this GUI, I'm going to show you another way to write the commands, which is much easier, and that's the way we do it in the real world. And Vagrant can easily do it. Okay, so let's go back to the folder where we have this Vagrant file and do the git again. We will just do git bash to run some commands. Okay, and what we can do is that Vagrant has a very powerful feature to enter the machine to basically with command Vagrant SSH. And this way we can actually enter this particular machine and run our commands. Okay, so it's exactly same as doing on the GUI, but the GUI is taking some time, probably because I'm recording at the same time, and my machine does not have enough capacity, maybe. So that's why it's just doing. So now you can see exactly same thing. So let me just see, show you ls, nothing there, pwd, we are in that folder. We can create a file, we can create a directory, make directory test, simple Linux commands, and then you can do ls. You can see the directory is created, okay, inside the machine. So this is my exact same Vagrant machine that I created, okay. Now, just to show you the example that I have, these commands, okay. First of all, I just want to show you manually. What did they mean? They mean apt is a package installer on apt get is a package installer on Linux machines. So we, it's same as the it's same as .exe on Windows, right? When we download any files, they come in .exe, right? And we can install different things onto it. So apt get update, you should read about apt get. What is that? And update, this command is not running. Okay. So now you see what I'm going to show is that the benefit of using Vagrant file. Okay. Now, first of all, I automatically uh, basically initiated the virtual machine with Linux bento, right? And now we did this one, okay. Permission denied. The permission is being denied because we did not use sudo. Now it's fine. You see, sudo means to give it administrative rights, okay. So consider this as your own machine, simple machine inside your own machine. So this is like a small PC that you have deployed within your PC, okay? And it knows nothing about your original PC, okay? So now you see there's a Linux command to clear this. We can clear the window. Now that's it. Don't forget that we are inside your mini PC, inside your, but you're inside your virtual machine, which is a mini PC inside your PC, right? So now we have successfully run this command. What we can do is now try to run other command. This is installing Java, okay? So now if you did not use automated, right now we did not use automated automation at all. We just automatically automatically install this machine. We did not do anything else. So right now I'm going to install this manually. Okay, sudo again, it's giving problem. There you go. It's installing now all the Java onto it, onto this mini machine inside my PC. Now, my PC does not have Java. Okay, it will never have Java. Only this virtual machine has Java. So we can do different coding inside it, and it will not have any impact on our PC. Okay, so my PC will not have, it does not care about whatever we put in it. So it is very independent, isolated, and it does not harm our PC at all. So that's the very big benefit of having virtual machine. Okay, I'm going to stop recording here because it's just going to take some time. One more point here is all of these commands, we can make directory, I've already shown to you, is just creating this directory. Cd means change directory to this one, like it's like making a folder and going into this folder. W2get is downloading this particular program. I don't know what is that. FTP, this program will be downloaded. Basically this is a file, okay, which will be downloaded. It's like a zip file. Zip tar is like a zip in Linux, okay. And then what we will do is that unzip it, okay, and then we will run this particular file, install it, and then after that, after the installation is done, we're going to remove these particular zip files, okay. Part 1, part 2, we will remove them, okay. So this is exactly same as going to this particular website on Windows machine, copying this and then basically unzipping these two files and installing this, okay. But doing this all manually, okay. But now I've shown you to do these two commands manually. It takes too much time, it's too much hassle. And for example, if all the students are doing same thing, we should just do it automatically, so nobody has to just go manually like what I'm doing right now, right? Like, see, it's taking too much time as well, and everybody has to do this on every single machine. So why should we do it, right? So the best way is to, let me just add this commands here now, okay, to my own Vagrant machine here after this, okay. There's some indentation issue, we can just put it back like that, that's it. So what I'm going to do is that now it's saying, okay, spin off this machine, after that provision it, and after that run a shell command inside. Shell means what I was doing here. This is all shell work, all shall run. See how long it is taking. And each time I have to do it this on each PC. So just to save myself, and for example, let's say another use of Vagrant file is, for example, I did something wrong in it. Yeah, I need to do everything again manually, and I might forget some steps, right? So the best thing about Vagrant is that automation, that everything will be done as we did before. Okay, so all these steps will always run for sure. That's another benefit. Okay, that if something goes wrong, we just delete the Vagrant and then go on. That's it. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I have very small video next video just to explain this full project. Thank you.